So recently we talked about how to get started with bug bounties, but I'm going to take a step back here with this one and just explain, like, why would you want to get started with bug bounties? Many of you guys might be on the fence about whether or not you should jump into something like this. And of course it depends, everyone is different, maybe it's for you, maybe it's not, but after this video you will understand whether or not this is something you should pursue. Hey, what's up guys, this is Ryan from Elevate Cyber. Now, I think that bug bounties is something that most people should actually do if you are interested in this field. You got to understand that, a lot of people, when they jump into bug bounties, they pretty much just spend like an hour one day trying to do it, and then they get discouraged and they quit, right? So you gotta have your expectations in line, right? This is a long game. When you do these bug bounty things, you're playing a long game, okay? This is not like a CTF. This is not like OSCP or something like that, where you just sit down and you get a shell within like 30 minutes of looking at a box, right? This is a long game. There may not even be an answer, right? They might be pretty secured. But this is something that you build up over time, and you keep enumerating and you chip away at stuff, right? I mean, how more real world does it get than hacking real world applications? It's pretty incredible. This is something that you can do in this day and age. It's really awesome. I think bug bounties are really cool, but beyond just being cool, I think they have a tremendous potential for demonstrating value for you as an attacker, for you as a pen tester, right? Because like I said, it's as real world as it gets. So if you are already in the field, if you're someone that already has a job in this industry, well, being someone that finds a lot of bug bounties, not only are you going to get the benefit of the payouts, right, but you're also going to get the benefit of being able to show your value to anyone. You can show your profile to any employer or something like that. You can put it on your resume that you were able to make this much money off of bug bounties, or provide this much, like save companies X amount of dollars by finding, whatever it is you found. And that is something that speaks loudly. When you're in interviews, one thing that companies like is not just hearing about how great you are, but backing that up with actual metrics, right? This is something you can really quantify and really show your value in a very kind of quantifiable way. So bug bounties definitely allows for this. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, and a couple years ago I was in the same boat, was that, oh, well, only the most elite hackers are able to make monies off bug bounties. That sounds too hard. That sounds insane. And now I won't lie to you, it is pretty difficult. But just like anything, if you put in the time and you chip away at it, it's something that is definitely attainable. And the benefits, I feel, definitely outweigh any of the potential downsides, right? As you develop your automation even further, because you're testing real world applications, a lot of the automation that you create, you can then bring into your corporate job if you have a pen testing role, right? So that allows you to be more efficient at your day job as well. So none of this knowledge, none of the things you learn exist in a vacuum. It all is interconnected. So the more time, the more hours you spend struggling trying to figure out how to get your Python script to work, well, once you figure that out, that's going to help you down the line when you try to automate stuff for bug bounties or bring that automation into your corporate job, right? So all this stuff works together. So even though you might struggle with the bug bounty stuff, everything you learn there is going to help you on your actual job if you have a pen testing role or like a red teaming role, an offensive based role, right? So it's definitely going to beef up your skill set, probably better than anything, better than OSCP, better than doing hack the box or try hack me, right? Because this is as real world as it gets. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, and if you're brand new, it's going to be even more difficult. But once you get a little experience, there's some people that start out and they only do bug bounties and they learn how to do bug bounties, but it's a very different experience from doing CTFs just by the nature of it. There's a lot of different type of things you need to look for. Like, with CTFs, you normally ignore cross-site scripting and stuff like that. Well, with this, you're definitely going to want to look for those type of bugs, because if you can find them, a lot of times you can definitely get decent payouts off of it. But if you are someone that is willing to sort of tinker away at things, and if you can be patient enough to be consistent at this and build up your skill set over time, the amount of rewards that you get are nearly endless, right? You will, be able to make more money on the side. You will be able to build up your resume and your sort of corporate value, if you will, your market value as an employee, right? And your automation will allow you to be more efficient at your actual job that you do, as well as more efficient at bug bounties as well, of course. So even though it is really difficult, and it's something that, it's going to take a lot of time in order to get really efficient at this, I think it's definitely something that is worth it. Now, once you get even better at these bug bounties, and you start getting some findings under your belt, what's going to happen is you're going to get invited to private bug bounties. Now, in these private bounties, it's you and a bunch of other people that are at a higher level as well with the hacking stuff, and that's where a lot of the true gold is. Some of these programs will only host private bounties to handpick members of the security community. So if you can sort of get in on that little circle there, then the rewards are even more lucrative. And it's really nice to get into those private ones, because once you do, now you're not competing with the whole world in a, just try. I mean, you still be racing, it'll still be kind of a race to find vulnerabilities before others, but it'll be a smaller amount of people that actually have access to that bounty. So definitely an interesting thing when you think of like the fact that you could actually freelance off of this. Now, this is something that is not everyone's going to be able to do it. Not everyone's going to want to do it, I should say, right? But if you wanted to, there are definitely people out there that are professional bug bounty hunters, and like this is where they make their living off of. It is possible. That's a ton of work, and it might not be work that you want to do, but just know that that is another potential thing that you could do. But yeah, I think at least everyone should have a little bit of bug bounty experience under their belt. It certainly looks good in your job interviews when you say, hey, not only do you say, I study this stuff outside of work, you can actually prove it by saying, I study outside of work and I have saved companies X amount of dollars by finding these bounties, So yeah, that's just my 2 cents there. I think it's definitely good for everyone to at least dabble with. And let me know what you guys' thoughts are down in the comment section below. I'd love to start a discussion. Of course, you can hop in my Discord, as I mentioned, and we can talk more bug bounties down there in that section as well. So yeah, if you guys have been enjoying the content so far, hit the subscribe button and smash the like button as well. Definitely help get the message out there. We're building a security community here at Elevate Cyber, and I love to get as many people in on it as I can and really elevate the field of IT security. So yep, that's pretty much all I have for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video.